Good morning, my dear Morning Prep Nugget listeners. How are you all doing this morning? Welcome to the fifth episode of the Morning Prep Nuggets. My name is Gbubemi Billy. You can call me Gold, Gold, Gold. I'm super excited because it is a new month. So happy new month, my wonderful listeners. For today's episode, we'll be speaking on purpose unveiled. And when I say we, you know what that means, right? I have a special guest right here with me. He's an engineer, a teacher, a writer, motivational speaker, and self-help author who has written various titles, notably on defeating masturbation and fornication, healing from brokenness and depression, overcoming drug abuse, and transitioning to a life of purpose. I can go on and on, but let me stop here. So, ladies and gentlemen, my dear Morning Prep Nugget listeners, let's welcome Mr. Gbubemi Kelvin Akporhonor. How are you doing this morning, Mr. Gbubemi?
Good morning, Miss Mercy. I'm doing really great. Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here, and I look forward to an amazing time.
All right, you're welcome. So good to have you on the show today. So let's dive right in. I've heard people say, what's your purpose in life? Or do you even know what your purpose is? And then there's this quote. So you're born for something, don't die for nothing. So if purpose is so fundamental to our worth in life, the question then is, what is purpose? But before you answer that, I saw a quote in your book that says, death is not the worst thing that can happen to a man. A life without purpose is. That got me. So, or rather, that got to me. So, please explain to my listeners what purpose is.
So, purpose is the reason for the existence of a man. Why was a man created, and what is the man supposed to use his life to do? And when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. So when you do not know what you're supposed to use your life to do, you basically use your life to experiment. So you try this and try that, and next thing you're doing drugs, or next thing you're in a bad marriage, or something really terrible. And that's why every man must discover purpose. So how do you discover purpose? Quickly, there are 4 P's to discovering purpose. The first one is potential. What is your gifting? What are you good at? The second one is passion. What do you love doing? What are you most passionate about? And third is, what is the thing you hate the most? What current circumstances around you do you hate the most? What is the problem you hate the most? And if you can answer these 3, you ultimately get to the 4th purpose. How then can you relate what you are good at, that's your potential, and what you love the most, that's what you're passionate about, to solving the problems you hate the most? So if you can answer these 3 questions, you will answer the question of the 4th P, purpose.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so I've heard how people stumble into purpose. What can you say about that?
The reason why it's actually possible to stumble into purpose is because although purpose has its landmarks, that specific points, purpose is transient. The truth is that purpose can actually be categorized into 3. Circumstantial purpose, which is the different decisions you make daily that leads you to, that's the second one, your definite purpose, which are the specific reasons or specific pointers and landmarks you are supposed to attain and achieve on the earth. And finally, the eternal purpose, which is your contribution from your definite purpose to the eternal purposes of God on the earth. So the journey into discovering your definite purpose is actually a work of purpose, unknowingly. And it is for this reason every man needs a personal relationship with God. It's a walk with God that leads man ultimately to his definite purpose. It's a walk with God that's actually called circumstantial purpose. You see, the intent of every creation is in the heart of the manufacturer. Man's manufacturer is God. So the more man knows God, the more he understands the reason why God created him. So that's it, basically. Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you, Mr. Gbubemi, for sharing your valuable insights on Purpose Unveiled. And also, thank you, my dear Morning Prep Nugget listeners. And if you're hungry for more guidance and practical steps on transitioning into a life of purpose, I highly recommend checking out our guest book titled The Lifting Power of Purpose. I'll drop the link so you all can have access to it.